आप अपने आप पे ध्यान ही नहीं दे पा रहे हो because we don't have time, because of the lives that we are living in. What are the type of thoughts that you have? Do you feel fulfilled? Do you feel like, I've achieved everything? We are easily able to connect with anybody who we want. Like suddenly I keep questioning myself, make it work the way you want to make it work. Everything in this universe is energy.
Hey guys, welcome back to the podcast Beyond the Pain, Your Journey to Self-Transformation. As the name says, and as you're already aware, that I have been on my self-transformation journey from quite some time now. The reason I started this podcast. So I wanted to take this opportunity to sort of summarize all the learnings that I have had on my self-transformation journey so that you could utilize them in 2024. It's December 2023 that I'm recording this video. I wanted to make this as an action plan for your 2024 because this is just going to transform your life and 2024 is just the beginning. If you are interested in that, do keep watching and do not forget to have that journal and pen with you right away. Let's get into it. Now, the very first step before we even get into 2024 is reflecting into 2023. Before we start anything new, what do we do? We usually sit back and think, why are we doing what we are doing? What are the things that worked well? What are the things that do not work well? What are my strengths? What are my weaknesses? So the similar exercise is going to give you a very good head start into this whole self-transformation journey. So do that self-reflection in 2023 on what really worked well for you. What are the things that you really enjoyed doing? What are the things that really sucked the energy out of you? Which are the type of people that you really want to be with? Which are the type of people that you really should not have in your life because they are just draining your soul? So do that self-reflection. What are those moments that you want to live for forever because you experienced them in 2023 and you want to literally hold on to them? What are the achievements that you had this year that you would like to replicate in the future years as well? So that self-reflection is a very, very important first step before we get into the action plan for what do we want to really do next. So I have done a video just before this talking about Wheel of Life. You can see it here as well, and I'm going to leave the link of it in the description below too. But Wheel of Life basically talks about different aspects of individual's life which everybody has. So the different aspects in there are career, health, fun, family, money, relationships, your spirituality, and there are like 7 or 8 in total. First, you need to sit back for a couple of minutes, give that time to yourself to really think upon on what does your wheel of life signify? Which are the areas of your life that you are really satisfied with? Which are the areas of your life which you have prioritized for yourself, but you probably are not giving as much attention to it as you should? So I highly recommend checking that video out, as that is like a exercise which is going to give you a lot of good insights on what are the things that you really need to take forward if you want to really lead a good and a happy and a contentful life. So highly recommend checking that video out. So that self-reflection is basically the first step that you should definitely do. It's not going to take a lot of time, guys, because you probably are, spending a lot of time watching stuff on Netflix or whatever streaming platforms you use. You're probably wasting a lot of time on social media, just scrolling through and just consuming content without taking any action. So this exercise of self-reflection is just going to take a couple of minutes if you really think through it. So highly recommend checking that video out. But the output of that wheel of life exercise is going to be that you will be able to identify what are the top 3 areas in your life which you prioritize. So for example, when I did it, the areas of life that matter to me the most are, and which I prioritized, are career, my family, and my health. These are the 3 important things that matter to me. So things like fun and spirituality and all of those things, they ranked a little lower. So that prioritization is very important. The second step which I've told in that video is, for the aspects of life which you have prioritized, you've got to rank them. Like for example, in career, I ranked myself on a scale of 1 to 10. In my family, I ranked myself 5 or 6 because I was not really giving a lot of time to it. So for the areas of life that you have prioritized, you've got to rank them so that you know where you stand. and so that you know which are the things that you really need to focus on. So this reflection into 2023 and in general in your life is going to be a really, really good exercise for you. Now, the very important thing before we, get into what you should do in 2024 is think that why do you want to do it, right? Why do you think you've clicked on this video? Why do you think you clicked on similar videos which talk about personal development or self-transformation, right? So there must be something within you that is asking for help unintentionally, even if you're not saying it directly. There is something within you that is craving for a change because you're not just happy with the way things are working out for you at the moment. So you got to really think, why do you want to invest your precious time and energy into self-transformation, into personal development? Because if the motive behind doing all of this is not strong enough, you're not going to do it. I'm going to tell you a couple of steps after this on what you really should do in 2024. But before that, you need to really know, why do you want to do this? This makes me think of a story wherein there was a boy who worked really, really hard to achieve his dreams. He wanted to be super successful and stuff like that. And one day he did accomplish whatever he had really dreamt for. So, a lot of people ask for these successful people on what's really different for them. Why have they been able to overcome all the obstacles which normal people like you and me are not able to? So the reason behind that is that they have a very strong motive. The motive behind the hard work that the person did was that he had seen so many hardships when he was younger. He had seen his parents really struggle for money. He had seen that sort of a life that he really did not want to live. So his motive and his thought process of not going back to the life was really, really strong. And that's why even if after trying for, maybe a month or 2 months or a year, he used to, even if he batted an eye, he would just go back to, I cannot go back to that reality. I really don't want to. So it's very important for you to have a very, very strong motive behind whatever you really want to do in life, be it in this case like your self-transformation journey or your personal development. So make sure that motive is really, really strong for you to embark on this journey, for you to be able to successful in this journey. So this example is a very good motive that you all can also take in your life. Wherever you are in your life at this point of time, look at all the aspects I've defined in the wheel of life. Do you think you are satisfied in all those 8 areas of your life? Or do you think you can live like this all your life and be happy and content and basically die happily? Do you think you can do that? Or you want to change something about it and you're ready to make that investment in yourself? So make sure that motive is defined for you and make sure that it's really, really strong, because there are going to be days when you will not want to work. There are days I face wherein I don't want to work. I don't want to turn on this camera and record myself. So I do go back and refer to my motive and the vision I have, and I'm like, let's just get up and do it, because this reality that I'm living now, I don't want to live in it. I'm building a future for myself. So I think it's a very, very important second step. First is you have to see where you are. So that self-reflection is really important. Secondly, identify what the motive is and make sure that the motive is really, really strong behind why you want to do whatever you really want to do in your life. Now let's get into it. Now, first step, or in fact the third step, whatever. First 2 things that I mentioned, they were like prerequisites. Now let's get into it. What is really needed for 2024? First thing that you really need to do is set goals. If it was not very obvious, you need to set goals for yourself. Now, there are 8 areas of your life that I mentioned in Wheel of Life. सबके लिए एक साथ ही आप सब कुछ नहीं कर सकते हो. It's not humanly possible. Because even if you try कि जोश में सब कुछ मैं एक ही साथ कर लूँगा, after some time you will be like, forget it, I'm not doing anything. So, सब कुछ एक साथ नहीं करना है. Set realistic goals for the prioritized list only. तो उसमें से उन 8 areas of life में से जो भी आपने 3 prioritize की थी, उनको पिकअप करो. उसमें से भी if you think 3 आप नहीं एक साथ accomplish कर सकते, उसमें से भी एक को पिकअप करके एक के लिए गोल सेट करो. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, इफ यू पिकअप हेल्थ, आपके लिए अगर हेल्थ सबसे ज़्यादा इंपॉर्टेंट है, उसके लिए गोल सेट करो. वेदर इट इज़ वेट गेन, वेट लॉस या वट एवर health goal that you want to set up for yourself, if it is a career, if you think you want to change your company, if you want to be a content creator, if you want to be an entrepreneur, so whatever that career looks like for you, whatever the dream career looks like for you, एक चीज एक टाइम पे उठाओ, बट मेक श्योर यू सेट अ गोल फॉर योरसेल्फ, क्योंकि अगर गोल नहीं होगा यू डोंट नो वेयर यू आर गोइंग. सो वो गोल सेटिंग की एक्सरसाइज जो हम कॉर्पोरेट्स में करते हैं इंडिविजुअल्स के लिए अपने काम के लिए, वो अपनी लाइफ में भी बहुत ज़्यादा ज़रूरी होती है, बिकॉज दैट्स द ओनली वे फॉर अस टू रीच वेयर वी वांट टू रीच. सो first of all, set those clear goals for yourself on what you really want to do in your life, in which aspect of your life. Now, important thing to consider here when you're setting goals is that set smaller goals. बड़ा goal मत decide करो. जैसे अगर आपको health का है, right? You want to say that I want to lose 20 kgs of weight. अब उसको कितना टाइम लग जाएगा 20 kgs को लूज करने के लिए. सो अब एक साल तक आपका गोल पूरा नहीं होगा, यू विल बी डिसअपॉइंटेड इन द मिडल कि यार रिजल्ट्स तो आ ही नहीं रहे हैं. सो नाउ यू वुड बेसिकली वांट टू ब्रेक डाउन द गोल. उस 20 kg को 4 kgs, 5 kgs, वॉट एवर दैट स्मॉलेस्ट गोल विच यू थिंक कैन ईजिली बी अचीव्ड, उसमें डिवाइड करो, सो दैट you are achieving multiple goals in the larger scheme of things. At the end, after 1 year, you want to lose 20 kgs of weight, but उस एक साल की विक्ट्री को सेलिब्रेट करने के लिए आप एक साल वेट नहीं कर रहे हो, आप उसको 5 किलोज या 4 किलोज जितना भी आप स्मॉलर पीस में डिवाइड करना चाहते हो, स्मॉलर गोल्स डिफाइन करो, सो दैट ताकि उनको टाइम कम लगे, एंड सो दैट यू आर completing your goals more regularly than completing one goal after a long time. क्योंकि as I said earlier, realistically it is very much possible कि हम कुछ भी करना चाहते हैं, शुरू में तो बहुत जोश होता है, हम ये कर लेंगे वो कर लेंगे, बट बीच में आके we all basically fall apart. बीच में we become demotivated. मोटिवेशन एक स्पार्क की तरह है, एक पॉइंट पे आती है बट कुछ टाइम के बाद वो चली जाती है. जब वो मोटिवेशन चली जाती है तो then there is nothing for us to hold on to. तो जब जो आपका वो मोटिवेटेड पीरियड है, 1 महीने का है, 1-2 हफ्ते का है, उनके लिए गोल्स सेट करो, सो दैट जिस टाइम में आप मोटिवेटेड है, आपने गोल भी अचीव कर लिया, यार लाइक हाँ यार मेरा ये वाला हो गया, अब मैं नेक्स्ट टारगेट पे जाऊंगा. सो सेट स्मॉलर गोल्स विच आर रियलिस्टिक फॉर यू. अब सबके लिए इसकी डेफिनेशन अलग हो सकती है. ये मैं ज़रूरी नहीं है कि सभी 1 महीने का गोल सेट करेंगे या whatever. It can vary for everyone, but set smaller goals which you are celebrating frequently, all right? Because those small victories that you get is really important for you to get the boost to reach your eventual goal, to reach your ultimate goal. Another important thing to consider when you're setting goals is कि जब आप पूरे 1 साल की प्लानिंग कर रहे हो तो उसमें आप लोग बीच में ब्रेक्स भी रखो. ऐसा नहीं कि एक गोल, दूसरा गोल, तीसरा गोल, चौथा गोल. यू हैव टू कीप स्मॉलर ब्रेक्स. अब हेल्थ के केस में ही बीच में कुछ चीट मील्स रखो, बिकॉज इट इज़ इम्पॉर्टेंट. सडनली आप इस हैबिट से इस हैबिट में ऐसे ही नहीं स्विच कर जाओगे. इट विल टेक टाइम फॉर यू एज एन इंडिविजुअल टू अडेप्ट. जैसे आप स्मॉलर गोल्स को अकम्प्लिश कर रहे हो, उन विक्ट्रीज को सेलिब्रेट कर रहे हो, कीप सम breaks for yourself. Breaks in this case could be like there are cheat meals that you are having and you are also enjoying life, you are enjoying the process. So it's important that you have this clear vision of what your goal for 2024 is going to be. Now, an obvious thing which you want to do after this is, after you've set the goal, is that you want to invest in your personal development, invest in self-development. What does that mean? अब जैसे हेल्थ के केस में ही है, जैसे इसमें अब आप अकेले से ही खुद कुछ नहीं कर सकते हो, राइट? अनलेस यू आर you have a lot of knowledge that you have gained, but most cases में you need someone's help, you need sort of an accountability partner with you. तो वो अपने उन चीज़ों को आप या तो आइदर इंटरनेट से खुद से ही लर्न कर लो कि 20 kgs कैसे लूज करना है, अपनी डाइट क्या रखनी है, क्या वर्कआउट करना है, whatever, खुद से रिसर्च कर लो. ईजियर तरीका है टेक हेल्प फ्रॉम पीपल हु आर ऑलरेडी सक्सेसफुल इन दिस, राइट? हेल्थ के केस में नहीं, करियर के केस में भी ले लो. इन दैट केस ऑल्सो इन्वेस्ट इन कोर्सेज दैट यू रियली वॉन्ट टू लर्न. इन्वेस्ट इन मेकिंग फ्रेंड्स विद पीपल हु यू रियली वॉन्ट टू बी लाइक. किसी एक फील्ड को आप स्टडी करना चाहते हो तो नेटवर्क करो उन लोगों से जो कि आपको ज़्यादा गाइड कर सकते हैं. बिकॉज the more you get out of your comfort zone to invest in yourself, the more you will learn new things, because nothing changes if nothing changes, right? unless and until you learn a new thing, you invest in yourself, तभी बोलते हैं पर्सनल डेवलपमेंट में इन्वेस्ट करना चाहिए. It's important that you do this investment in your personal development, in your personality development. हर किसी के केस में हो सकता है. If you think family is an important thing for you, अब उसमें it's an important thing for you. अगर आपने अपने wheel of life में उसको ऑलरेडी 9 दिया है, then there's not much that you want to do about it, right? तो उसमें फिर जैसा आप कर रहे हो उसको कंटिन्यू रखो. But many people, they might not have given 9, they might have given 2, 3, 4, whatever, less than 5. तो उनके केस में they have to focus on family aspect of it. अब उस पे कैसे focus करना है? Take out time from your routine to be with the family members that you really want to. Some people might have given importance to fun aspect, like then you have to take out some time. You have to invest in the things that you really want to do. Maybe you want to travel, right? Maybe your definition of fun is something else. You want to go out, explore different places in your own city. So whatever that for you is, make sure you are investing in that particular goal of yourself. Because as I said, nothing changes if nothing changes. And an important thing to note here is that this is going to be a continuous process. ऐसा नहीं है कि एक बार कोर्स कर लिया उसके बाद कुछ नहीं. It needs to happen continuously. हर एक aspect of life के केस में एक बार कर लिया, एक बार चीज़ सीख ली, continuously उसको देखो. I will tell you my story because when I started learning YouTube, obviously I didn't know anything about it. I was just a consumer as you are. मुझे कुछ नहीं पता था इसके बारे में. So I remember there was a period of time, I think almost 7-8 months के लिए मैंने continuously YouTube की videos बहुत ज़्यादा देखी थी. Like कि कैसे बनाते हैं, कैसे इसको इम्प्रूव करते हैं, कंटेंट क्रिएटर्स क्या कर सकते हैं. तो इट इज़ लाइक अ कंटिन्यूअस थिंग दैट यू वांट टू इन्वेस्ट योर टाइम एंड एनर्जी इन. नेटवर्क करो लोगों के साथ जाके, कुछ भी वर्कशॉप्स हो रही है, अटेंड दोज, बट that continuity should not break, because the more you learn, the more you grow, and the better equipped you will be to take on any challenge that the life throws at you. In my YouTube example only, the amount of context, the amount of learning that I had in my brain for YouTube when I started off is very limited to what I have now, because I continuously kept on to it, and because the motive for me was very strong, right? ठीक है, अब यही example हम पूरी video में ले लेते हैं. The goal that I had for myself was that I wanted to be a successful YouTuber. For that, I didn't have like a goal कि मुझे एक साल में इतने subscribers चाहिए. I didn't have any such goal. I just wanted to be on YouTube. Post consistently was basically my goal. All right. So till today, it's been a little over a year. In fact, मैंने इससे पहले वीडियो की है how has YouTube worked out for me. I'm going to leave that also in the link below. But I have over the past 1 year learned a great deal of things about YouTube. I'm not a perfectionist in this topic, definitely. But from where I started, I have definitely grown and I know a lot about this. So that was my goal, which I am working on every single day. After I have set my goal, I am continuously learning about it. I am investing my time in it. I am investing my energy in it. I am learning a lot of new things about it. So these are the two things that I have definitely done in my life, to learn a new skill, because that is what makes me happy. The next thing that you want to definitely take care of once you know that yes, मुझे ये करना है, once you have a proper beautiful plan for you, is you want to cultivate positive habits. Now, why is it important for you to have positive habits? क्योंकि कोई भी goal आपको life में accomplish करना है, if you're not serious about that thing in your life, you will never be able to do anything. It could be this YouTube example that I'm giving you. It could literally be learning guitar. It could be learning a new thing that is going to help you in your career. It could be your health again. Anything. कुछ भी आपको life में achieve करना है, if you're not serious about it, you will never be able to accomplish it. And when I say cultivating positive habits, is that you want to give your 100% to it, take out time from your daily routine to it. Maybe, you want to wake up in the morning. That's a very good habit that I have built on my, YouTube और जल्दी उठने का कोई link नहीं है. But I developed that habit because I wanted some time for myself, wherein I am working on the things that I love to do. So that is one habit that I developed on, and I highly recommend other people who want to develop this habit. And if you want to know more about this particular subject on waking up early at 5 a.m, let me know via comments. I can talk about it separately, but that is having a very positive mindset is a good habit to develop, because you want to make sure that you are looking at any obstacle as an opportunity. Nothing is going to be perfect. ये नहीं कि आपने goal set कर लिया और आप मतलब सब में ही पॉजिटिव रिजल्ट्स आ रहे हैं, सभी लोग आपकी इतनी प्रेज कर रहे हैं. So that is never going to happen. Be realistic, that's never going to happen. But if you have a positive mindset, any obstacle that you face in your life, you will be able to overcome it if you are committed to it and if you are serious about it. तो वो पॉजिटिव माइंड सेट लाना बहुत ज़रूरी है कोई भी गोल को अचीव करने के लिए, राइट? सो दीज आर अ कपल ऑफ पॉजिटिव थिंग्स दैट यू कैन डू इन योर लाइफ. पॉजिटिव माइंड सेट इज द बिगेस्ट one which will really help you in any goal that you want to accomplish in your life. Now other things that not necessarily positive habit, other things that has really helped me accomplish the goals that I have accomplished are, look at your friend circle. Are those the right people you want to have in your vicinity or not? You really need to think about it. So if they are the toxic people, if they are draining energy out of you every time you talk to them, you might want to stay away from them. It's very important to surround yourself with the people who do not drain your energy out and who give you positive vibes. You don't need to necessarily have a clear understanding कि अगर आपका ये गोल है तो उस पर्सन को भी मेरा गोल समझ में आए और जो मैं कर रहा हूँ वो मेरे को सपोर्ट करे. That's not needed at all. What is needed is, even if the other person disagrees with you on your goal or your point of view, they are not looking down upon you. They are not discouraging you to not take that forward. They are not talking behind your back. So you really want to think about the people who you have in your friend circle and just stay away from the ones who are not really good for yourself and keep the ones close who have always supported you. So that is something that you should really do whenever you are on your path, on your self-transformation path. Getting out of the comfort zone, as I mentioned earlier, something it's very important, right? जैसे मैंने बोला, nothing changes if nothing changes. If you still keep sitting in your comfort zone, ये मेरी लाइफ ऐसी है, मैं ऐसे ही बैठी रहूंगी, अपने आप हो जाएगा सब कुछ नहीं होगा अपने आप से. You need to do things which you're not comfortable doing. You need to network if that is what really is required for you to reach closer to your goal. You need to learn a new skill. You need to do whatever it takes to reach your goal, because being in your comfort zone is not going to give you any results. So that is really important as well. While you are on your journey to self-transformation, it's also important that you practice self-love. कोई भी आप लाइफ में गोल सेट करते हो तो it's important that you have that love for yourself. You respect yourself for whatever you want to achieve. Do things that you really love to do. जैसे मैंने बोला कि आपको ब्रेक्स लेनी चाहिए अपने पूरे गोल को अकम्प्लिश करने के लिए. उन ब्रेक्स में do things that you really love. If you like going outside, sitting in a coffee shop and just sitting there and chilling, do that more often. If you like sitting at your home and not talking to anyone, do that more often. But take care of yourself in general. In this whole path of achieving your goal is really important, because if you don't take care of your inner self, you will not be able to meet the goal that you really want to achieve. So that सेल्फ केयर एंड सेल्फ लव इज़ रियली इम्पॉर्टेंट. अभी मैंने ये गोल्स को अचीव करने के लिए क्या क्या करना चाहिए उसके बारे में बहुत बात कर ली है. थोड़ा रियलिटी पे आ जाती हूँ मैं भी. रियलिटी ये है दैट यू आर गोइंग टू गेट अ लॉट ऑफ चैलेंजेस. ठीक है, कोई भी कुछ भी आप अकम्प्लिश कर लो उसमें आपको बहुत ज़्यादा ऑब्स्टेकल्स आएंगी ही आएंगी. यू नीड टू बी हेडस्ट्रॉन्ग ऑन हाउ यू आर गोइंग टू टैकल एनी ऑब्स्टेकल्स. अगर आप कोई गोल अकम्प्लिश कर रहे हो अपनी लाइफ में और उसमें कोई ऑब्स्टेकल नहीं आई है, देन मे बी यू आर नॉट ऑन द राइट पाथ. That is a fact which I have experienced in my life, right? So you need, as I was mentioning earlier, you need to have that positive mentality of embracing that resilience. So what does that mean is that you need to think of those setbacks, think of those challenges, think of those obstacles as the opportunities which you are learning, which are coming your way because they're teaching you something better. I will give again my example in my YouTube journey. I faced a lot of obstacles. Even till today, I face different obstacles. In terms of what content do I put. There are times wherein I am blank कि मैं क्या video record करूँ. I have no clue. Then I just sit back and think to myself and give myself that love that I deserve. And that's when ideas come to me. There have been times wherein I don't know how to make good thumbnails, right? So I go in and invest instead of thinking यार मेरे को तो नहीं आता है, मैं क्यों कर रही हूँ ये सब. I just go in and start learning about that thing. So whatever obstacles come in your way when you are trying to reach the goal that you want to do, you want to take those as the opportunities for learning and for the growth, because those are really important for you to reach wherever you want to reach. Now with that, I am going to end the video. I hope this has provided you context into why investing in self-development is really important for everyone. Because if you don't invest in yourself today, when are you going to do it? You don't know whether tomorrow you're going to be there or not, right? I could not be there, to be honest. So do the things that you really want to do in your life. Dare to dream big, because this is just one life that we have got. And if you do not get everything that you want to, then there's no point living it, right? So make sure you're doing everything to reach your goals, to reach the dreams that you have, to do everything in this lifetime, and there is a proper way to do it. So hope that has really helped you. Do let me know via comments below. Until then, I'm going to see you all next week. Bye bye.